Vente, Jordan. No te separes de tu papi.
No, y'all gotta stay. Y'all gotta stay. Y'all gotta stay. Come on, sir. No, y'all gotta stay.
No.
Sir, come on.
No.
Sir,
todos.
let's go.
Todos.
Sir,
Todos nos vamos.
we're not doing this.
Todos nos vamos.
We're not doing this.
Family,
Todos nos
family.
vamos.
Come back up here, listen.
Family,
Todos
todos.
nos vamos. No sean así, todos.
Family,
Watch out, watch out.
Todos. Todos.
family,
No
family.
somos delincuentes, no somos nada. Todos nos vamos.
Have a little
No hay
discretion.
ningún problema.
I think this would be a really discretionary moment
This seems like
where
a
you
moment
can
for
let them
discretion,
go.
right?
If there's
No entiendo
small
por qué lo están
children,
haciendo, pero todos somos familia y nos vamos todos.
there's 3
No hay
small
problema.
children.
Si nos van a deportar, todos.
Estoy tratando de hablar con ellos, ¿ok?
Muestra.
Sí, tengo que mostrarlo porque yo no soy. Ok, está bien, yo no soy. Ok, está bien. Ok, ¿sí o no? Sí tengo, pero yo no soy ese que está ahí. Yo no soy. No.
Se llama Dani.
Danny.
Nada, no hay ningún problema, no se preocupe.
Yo tengo mis niños.
That's all we need to know is your name. That's it. Okay?
Ya, no
We just
te
needed to know your name, and that's it. Okay?
Give them some space, guys.
Thank you. Okay? Thank you.
Pero yo te digo, no te pongas así.
Stay out of the way, sir. Stay out of the way.
I'm counsel, I'm allowed
Pero
to
¿por
be
qué te
here.
pones
They have a right
así?
to
Nosotros no hicimos nada.
A video of ICE traumatizing a family has gone viral. Two thoughts. Snoopy would hate this guy. And second, ICE intimidating lawyers, nothing new.
Is the elevator down for me, please?
No te pongas así. Tú no eres delincuente, nosotros no somos delincuentes, no te pongas así.
Okay. So it's okay.
Ya tenemos los niños aquí, no ha pasado nada, que sea lo que Dios quiera, siempre lo he dicho. No somos delincuentes, no tenemos antecedentes, nada. Ellos no pueden culparnos de nada.
Que usted está bien.
Ya no ha pasado nada.
Thank you. No, it's okay. Thank you.
Pasa.
Thank you.
Go down.
¿Qué tienes que poner? Cuando no eres delincuente. Tienes que ponerte así.
Cuídense, ¿ok?
No te tienes que poner así. No pasa nada. Nos vamos todos, no hay problema.
As not just a parent, but a human being, how does this not tug at your heartstrings? And then you see this. The question that we should all be asking is the following. Who does this help? The answer is rather simplistic. Authoritarian wannabes who tend to use militarized force in an effort to keep the public fearful of their tactics while presenting a strongman portrait to one side of the political aisle that believes someone like Donald John Trump, a draft dodger, and man who is indebted to oligarchs and elites around the globe instead of serving the people who voted for him is just that, strong.
Look at LAPD Nazis! LAPD come to back up ICE! CBP got the guns out. Obviously no identification. This guy doesn't have his mask on. We got some tear gas. At least 50, maybe 100. Oh, there's some up there too. Yeah, huge raid here.
¡Fuera! Federal law enforcement officials swarmed MacArthur Park, an area not far from downtown Los Angeles. Activists here say they drove them out. Mayor Bass says those officers were lining this area as children were playing. Activists were banging on those ICE cars and eventually drove them out. It's not clear exactly if anyone was detained when those ICE agents were here. We did reach out to Immigration Customs Enforcement officials. They said that they do not comment on ongoing operations.
Of course they don't. However, if they did snatch someone up, you could bet on it that Kristi Noem would be staging a photo op in front of them to then be distributed to mass media and also on the official Twitter accounts of many government agencies.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
What do you think about ICE being in MacArthur Park today?
I mean, the whole thing is a pretty clear attempt to instill terror in the populace, if you ask me. The whole thing looked like some weird combination of a military parade, a SWAT operation, and apparently a photo op for ICE. You know, I think they had something like 17 Humvees, 90 National Guard troops, several dozen ICE officers who were there in military gear with machine guns. If you didn't know where they were, you could be forgiven for thinking that they were trying to bust some drug operation or gang stronghold, or maybe one of these sleeper cells they keep talking about. But no, they're in a mostly empty public park with kids' summer camp going on and maybe a few homeless people. It would almost be embarrassing to the point of absurdity if it wasn't the reality of what's happening in this country right now.
Do you think we'll see more displays like this from ICE now that they have billions in additional funding?
Yeah, I'm sure this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, by all accounts from the media, this was basically just a photo op for them. They disappeared once any real resistance showed up, and it doesn't sound like they may have even arrested anybody. So this by itself may not have been much, but they wouldn't do something like this if they weren't gearing up for more and trying to rile up their base. It's just a little embarrassing that they had to do it in a public park and couldn't find, you know, an actual threat to take care of while they were doing it.
Maybe one of my favorite accounts on TikTok, which is called Silent Middle Child, summed it up quite well. Locally,
as you might have seen, ICE was all over MacArthur Park in full military mode with military vehicles, full tactical gear, grenade launchers, snipers, even on horseback, fully armored. It was absolutely bonkers today. And what exactly were they doing at MacArthur Park? Nobody knows. Just seemed to be an apparent show of force. Probably some photo ops, maybe doing a video for one of their cheesy Border Patrol videos they put on TikTok. But they accomplished nothing, just a waste of resources, wasting everybody's time. And they leaked that they were going to be out there as well because there were plenty of signs up on the posts that they were going to be there and raiding. Plenty of photographers and news agencies were there ahead of time, and it was almost like people were waiting for them. So, a spectacle, if you will. Whatever it is, it's a big show, and LA is paying the price. ICE remained busy throughout the weekend. On July 5th, they were in Woodland Hills, and they took at least one person there. In Van Nuys Home Depot, they took plenty of people, including going inside the store, in the parking lot, and street vendors. One witness claims that they took up to 20 people. They were also at the Vanoa and Costco. On July 6th, they hit East LA hard, especially the Whittier and Atlantic area. There's at least one video where agents pulled up to the taco trucks that were next to the infamous CVS that's an old theater, and they did take one taquero, Don Tacho. Moments after that, the ICE agents were seen posing for cameras, proudly and mockingly. They were also seen in Pasadena, as well as one agent was caught chasing another person down Ventura Boulevard. Today, while the spectacle was happening in MacArthur Park, agents were still operating around the Southland. They were seen in Downey, where reportedly they followed a woman to the Amapola market and abducted her there. They were seen in Simi Valley. They were also seen in Carpinteria and in Walnut Park.
In conclusion, it should not be a controversial statement to say that ICE needs to be disbanded and absolved. This is an organization that has run rogue. And the reason that Trump's big, beautiful bill, which, by the way, Chuck Schumer decided, you know how I'm going to get back at the Republicans? I'm going to rename the bill. Oh, I got him. Burn. You know what I say to that? The reason why he wanted this to pass so bad is because now he has his private police security force that only listens to him. That is where we are at right now. So disband it and be done with it.